Going live. Oh, we're live. We're live.
We are live. Johnny Five's still alive. Awesome. Wow.
All right. Welcome, everybody, and welcome back to the J World family, and welcome to
To the Nerd and Back. We are doing a partnership, 2 videos at the same time. No waiting.
This is interesting. Doing 2 shows on 2 different podcast stations. One onto the Nerd and Back, which is streaming live right now on Facebook. Is that my Facebook too? Or just on yours?
I'm going to be
You can share the video later.
I'm actually in the process. I'm going to be
Okay.
sharing it to Justin's Facebook as well as the Six Flags Great Escape fan group because we have folks who have been following both To the Nerd and Back and the J Wolf family videos who want to be tuning in and leaving questions and comments tonight.
And you can write on either one. You can write on the Facebook Live. I got to look over here too. You look on the Facebook Live, or you can look on the YouTube Live and write any questions or comments or anything. Tonight's show is going to be based around Fright Fest, talking about what we thought of Fright Fest. Plus, I know TJ wanted to ask me about my overall experience all summer.
Yes, this
and
is fun.
of just going to the theme parks and traveling. And he's going to we're going to talk about his experience and Heidi's experience working during the summer and how much different this year was compared to last year. So I hope you're ready for this hour-long podcast. But I know TJ right now wants to do something really quick
Yes.
before we get into all that. So TJ, take it away, buddy.
Yes, give me one more very quick moment, folks, because I have one more place to share this, and we're gonna have some fun tonight.
I always forget you can't show like advertisements on bottles, so I have to face the bottle back.
All right, so we got one.
Which means I should probably turn my hat around too, because that's got to advertise. There we go. Turn the advertisement around so you can't see what company it is.
Perfect. All right. So just got.
While he's doing that, so my video for you, YouTube Live. If you're watching it live right now, you'll get to watch. But then it'll be uploaded on my channel, and people can share it, comment, and all that fun stuff. Oh, we already have somebody saying hi. Hello, Donna. How are you?
Yes, Donna is actually one of the folks who goes and sees my Elvis tribute performances. Thank you for so much for tuning in. Okay, so we have just shared everything to the to the Nerd and Back. We've shared it to Six Flags Great Escape fan group, Justin's personal Facebook. So really quickly before we get to the fun stuff, I do want to very quickly acknowledge To the Nerd and Back, as I created it, is also meant to be a celebration of all things pop culture. As some of you folks can see, different walls, we have Elvis and He-Man, so pop culture in its finest. But we 2022 took an absolute legend from us just recently. Many of you folks may not have recognized his name, but you will have recognized his voice if you've ever watched things like Batman, the animated series, Batman Beyond, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Um, if you've ever played the Batman Arkham series of games, then you've heard this gentleman's voice. And that is, of course, the legendary Kevin Conroy. Um, he was the definitive voice of Batman for countless people, myself included, as a as a youngster. I have these uh, many properties he's been a part of in my personal DVD and Blu-ray collections. So we just want to take a moment and extend our condolences and well wishes to the family, of course, of Mr. Kevin Conroy. And personally, I want to thank Kevin, um, for his legacy that he left us. Kevin was a voiceover to the nines. So we just want to really appreciate, and at some point, we will probably do like an episode to where we just kind of maybe choose a few movies that his Batman was a part of, and we'll go over those at some point. You never know. But from To the Nerd and Back, we just want to say thank you, Kevin Conroy. You are you are vengeance. You are the night. You are most certainly Batman. And me personally, I hold you as high as I do Michael Keaton and Christian Bale and even Robert Pattinson. Any of the Batman that was live action, you're up there because that voice and that range of emotions you put into the Batman character for any animated series or property, you rock and you will most certainly be missed. Okay,
Got some people.
we do.
We got Tara. We've got Alexandra.
One of our other haunters from Fright Fest,
Hello.
Alexandra.
We got Preston. We got Amy. Over on mine, we got Ryder Kennedy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this first ever. Now, we've done podcasts to the Nerd and Back again, what, 3 times?
3 times now.
Our anniversary, actually, for our first podcast ever was this past week. It showed up on my Facebook. I was like, oh, man, it's been a year already.
That's true, yeah.
Our first podcast was, I believe, Monday was our year since our first and the first time we actually got to like meet each other on the podcast became, growing our friendship now a year later. But tonight, this is new. We got To the Nerd and Back again live on Facebook, and we got the J World family live on YouTube. This is gonna be fun. We got to go camera to camera.
This is
Feel
amazing.
like I'm
Please let us know if you would like us to continue this. I'm more than happy to do this again, because this is awesome. Having this man in person, uh, is instead of just split screening it. We just had, let's see,
Shannon.
Shannon Broffett, one of the guests who was a regular at
Okay.
the park, and Nick, who is also a one of our scare actors from Dark Oak Cemetery.
Oh, all right.
And Preston says, please do continue this. Nice. So this is going to be a unique thing because, as Justin more than articulately put, this is going to be a kind of round table. Now you might notice on the uh, the video shared to the Facebook and other areas that it says TJ, Justin, and Heidi. Heidi is here, but she would prefer not to be on camera. But we will be talking to her because she is going to be a vital part of what's to come. Trust me, this is going to get very funny very quickly.
I realize your camera has flipped us.
It did.
Technically,
It
it's showing
reversed
that I'm
us.
sitting on
Yeah,
this, but technically, my camera is showing exactly where we're sitting. Your camera's flipped
just
us.
totally flipped us. It's mirrorverse. I love it. The multiverse.
Multiverse, yeah. What does that say? J World. Hi, I'm Chainsaw Guy and the Skull Man. Hey, Chainsaw Guy. What's going on? Awesome. Cool if you did this every operating month to give like a month. Oh, okay. All right.
That's
All right.
actually a really
It's a
good
pretty good
suggestion,
idea.
Preston.
That's pretty cool.
So
We were going to try to do that over some. We were actually going to try to meet.
we
It
really
just
wanted to, yeah.
we got schedules got busy. Me with my new job, trying to get used to that schedule, and
And then, as many of y'all know, I'm a full-time part
yep.
of the entertainment department in the summer, so my hands were pretty well full.
But we have time to figure that out for next year.
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess we're going to talk about this just 2022 season.
Yes, I mean, one like I definitely want to start with the day that you and I
Oh,
got to
finally met each other.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
to hang out
yes.
in person and ride the rides during the summer.
Oh, yeah. So the first time we actually finally got to meet was back in May. It
Yeah,
was my first. Oh, yeah. It was my first visit to the park. It was opening weekend. I told TJ I'll be coming to the park. I couldn't make it on opening day because I was working, but I was able to make it the next day. And it was kind of surreal because I entered the park, did my intro, and as I'm talking, I see him coming with a couple of the workers this way. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, TJ's coming. Let me go introduce myself now in person because we've only ever talked uh, on Facebook and doing this. That was a pretty cool day. We finally got to meet after waiting several months because we started the podcast back in October
We
of
did.
21.
We did, yeah.
So we went from October to May. That was a long time. And we just kind of talked to each other online, Facebook, Messenger. But the day in the park was kind of cool because not kind of cool, it was cool.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot
We
of
did a
fun.
lot of rides together. We walked the park together. We, just talked about things that we talked about on the podcast here and in my video, and kind of looked at things in the park differently. He explained some things differently to me, so I understood some things a little bit more about, certain things that have happened, certain things that can't happen at the park, why certain things are gone. Um, and it was a fun day. We had a blast that day.
And that was just before we had actually debuted the Level Up game that took place at Center Stage during the summer,
Right.
just before we did the, uh, Fright Fest, shows as well as the
That's the
costume
only I
contest.
never actually got to make it to the park this year to see that show.
It was it was a lot of fun. So Level Up
And now
was
look, I'm
kind
at their house. Yes, now I'm at their
of
house. Yes, and then I'm gonna get him to my house and we'll do a podcast. So it'll be
this
good.
is gonna happen.
This is gonna
Yes.
happen more often.
Level Up was so much fun. It was a video game themed type of game show where we got to get a lot of our guests to actually take part. Like they were competing, and it was just various really cool, relatively easy games. And then there was a lot of just improving and jokes, and people really, really took to it. We had quite a few times. I didn't get to be in it as much, because I was, hanging out with my buddies, Spruce and
Oh,
Oakley over in Timbertown a lot, making sure they weren't getting into trouble, um, but that was a lot of fun, but no, the rides though, dude, we
yeah.
had so much fun because we went on the Comet,
We went on Comet together, Steam and Demon
Demon,
together, Canyon Blaster together.
we went on Sasquatch.
We went on Sasquatch together.
That was
Did we do
fun.
the Sky Ride together?
We did not do the Skyway together, that's gotta change.
Okay, we got to do that this
That one
year.
we got
Next year, I
yes.
mean.
That one we got.
We did quite a few rides that day together. And then we talked about hi Sue, hi everybody, and over here, whoever's joining the J Row family, welcome. Please write in if you have anything you'd like to say. Please write in. Oh, Nikisha's on. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Um,
Keisha!
so, and that day was the day we talked about. I got to meet the infamous Nancy, the legendary Nancy of the Outlaw, who rode it in 2021
Yes.
203 or 204 times or
Yeah.
six times. This year she was trying to double that record, but due to some personal
Oh, man,
issues,
yeah,
she didn't make it. She did get to 43 or 44
she
times
did.
this year.
Yeah.
So altogether, in 2 seasons, she has ridden that ride
5, she said.
245 times. Yeah,
Yeah.
245 or 46 times. And this lady is 73 years old. So God bless you, Nancy. We love you. So I got to meet Nancy that day. And we talked about the Outlaw that day, how he said he would never ride it, ever. And then I said I would
Never.
never ride it ever.
I believe my exact words were, "You would never catch me dead, undead, or alive on that ride."
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Oh,
And
hey Sarah. Hey Big J Entertainment. Good to see you guys. And again over here,
we
everybody over
got,
here.
yeah,
This is fun. We're doing to the nerd and back. For those of you just joining, hold on, we'll come back to this. For those of you just joining, we're doing podcast on two jointly things right now on Facebook here live and YouTube live. To the nerd and back again is a joint podcast with me and TJ that he has joined me on since last year. And we're doing this live. So we're doing two shows
yes,
at once
this
right
is fun.
now. This is
This is a
entertaining.
lot of fun.
Um,
Hello to Sue. Belinda says, "Love Nancy, she's a sweetheart. Bless her heart." And Donna says, "Good for her." Nancy is a rock star.
yes,
She
she
is a
is.
legend.
Over here,
Um,
Big J Entertainment said, "Hey TJ," and he said, "Hey guys." And Metal Rock says, "Hey y'all, what's up, guys? How you doing? Hi everybody over there."
um, but we'll recap your moment of
Yeah, we'll
legendary
get to that later in
infamy
the
in a little
show.
bit, but that's the
But yeah, we both said, "And never, never."
mm-mm,
I said I was
mm-mm,
a
uh-uh.
no. I said, Nancy, you have bigger cojones than I have. Good for you. I will always look at you. I'll ride Sasquatch all day, Comet all day, Steam and Demon all day. You will not catch me dead on Outlaw. But we'll
That
get to that
that
later. What
that
happened
woman
on
was
that?
riding that ride no
No
hands.
hands. Yeah, no
Like,
hands.
for freaking real. She was supermaning on the Outlaw. It was insane.
So that
Oh,
first day, we accomplished that. We had
we
lunch
really did,
together.
yeah.
We had like a full day, and then I have never stepped foot inside a Great Escape Lodge.
Yes.
TJ asked me before I went home because I had to go home to get to my kids. They were getting dropped off. He said, "Hey, would you mind coming over to the lodge and meet Heidi?" I said, "Sure, I would love to. I mean, I should. I mean, we've been talking online. Let's meet." So we went over to the lodge. I didn't get to tour the whole lodge. I just went in the lobby and then into the what is it called? The kids
The
zone,
kids club, yeah.
kids club, and I got to see a little bit of the water park. I can't wait to stay there. I'm definitely with my family going to try to stay at least one night over the winter. I haven't planned it yet when, but we're going to figure it out. Um, but meeting Heidi and going in there was awesome to cap off the day. And of course, I think I stopped at Martha's on the way home.
You
You always
did.
got to stop at
You told
Martha's
me
to
you were going
get ice
straight to
cream.
Martha's after.
Um, so that was our first day of meeting, and then from that point on, you know, we kept in touch. I didn't get to
Oh,
the park as much this summer as I wanted to. I think I got to the park maybe three
I
times,
believe
maybe
three,
four.
3 or 4.
I know I got to New England twice. I did make it to another Six Flags. I did make it to Darien Lake.
You got to us for 4th of July. That was
Fourth of July, yes, Fourth
that's
of
the first
July.
time I got to in person meet Carol.
Yes, you met Caroline for the first time. Oh, what did Metals Rock say? When me and others went to Massachusetts Fright Fest, we agreed that Great Escape Six Flags, the Fright Fest was bigger versus there.
Thank you for that. And for real, like anybody's, and we'll get there, but anybody's extremely kind words in regards to Fright Fest in past years, this year current.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much because it really, and I do want to make it a point to say this. It was such a team effort. There was a lot of people that made Fright Fest what it was. Not just myself, hosting the costume contest or the trick or treat trail, even though that's part of it. But there were so many people who put a lot of love into Fright Fest, and we try to put as much love as possible. So thank you, big time.
Yeah, with everything this year continuing, we've said it multiple times, said it multiple times in my videos. The hiring crisis still continues because the
It
new
drives
age
us,
of
yeah.
nobody wanting to work anymore. That's its own story. We're not going to get into that. I can get into a whole rant about that.
You weren't wrong,
I'm
but
not. But with everything that they had this year, the good thing, especially for Great Escape, was now that COVID is kind of in the rear view now. COVID's kind of gone. Um, we got you guys were able to get the foreign exchange
yes,
students to come back.
and
So
a lot of them are insanely fun.
this year, the park was much better staffed during the summer because of that.
We were
And then, of
very
course,
blessed.
fall came and staffing dwindled a little bit. But same thing at New England. Staffing during the summer was much better this year. But they still struggled. But both parks did um, an amazing job pushing through a second year of getting used to what it seems like the new norm of staff is going to be at places. And even when I went out to Darien Lake, now I went out there at
Yes,
the
that
end
was a
of
good video
summer.
too.
I went out there at the end of the summer. Not a good time to go to that park. Do not. I mean, it was quiet. Don't get me wrong. Not a good time if you want everything to be open because 90% of their staff are college students. And
Correct.
one of the rides, the reason I went to this park, I drove 4 hours, 4.5 hours, stayed in a hotel that was horrible with my family, which is a joke in itself. It's called Moose on the Loose. It is literally a ride. You ride on a moose around on a track, and it's a family ride. And I've been wanting to, because every YouTuber that's gone there talks about this ride. I'm like, all right, guess what section of the park was not open? Moose on the Loose. And their famous wooden coaster, which is massive there, was getting refurbs. They were putting new track down, so I didn't get to ride that either. So now it's like, do I make another trip back out to Darien Lake for this? I don't know if I want to go back out. The park was fun. We did ride some fun coasters, but I don't go at the end of the summer. Go when the kids are college students are out of school.
I laugh because I've been in that position before. Really quickly, Facebook has been gifting us, Donna Vetter, thank you. I appreciate that. Amy Poole loved Fright Fest. Yeah, yeah. Tara says Fright Fest was awesome. All the scare actors rocked. My son Alex had a blast being a scare actor for the second time. And our buddy Sue Shavit, their hun, who also works with us during the summer for retail, says hi. Um, so yeah, that I felt for you. Like that video was great.
That's all I wanted.
But I felt I oh
They had good coaster. Like my little one, my little 7-year-old. She's been dying to get to 48 inches, struggling to get to 48
poor,
inches.
poor
But at Darien Lake, she got to ride the motorbike launch coat. Was her first launch coat. Got to sit on a motorcycle. She got to do. They have this cool coaster that goes 90 degrees up. Tantrum, I think it was called. Yes, Tantrum. Amazing coaster. Um, it was a fun park. I'm not gonna lie. I think Darien Lake is a fun. It's in the middle of nowhere.
it is, and
Um,
that's I feel for Darian like on that one because I've met some of the folks who work there, and they're a
I
great bunch.
I will say this. I don't know how it's called Darien Lake when there's no lake. It's a pond.
Nope.
It's a big pond.
It's just
I was like, "Where's the lake?" I thought there's a lake. It's a
mhm,
pond. No, but that park was really nice. So that staff did a
yeah.
great job with what they had in the summer. So um, you know, Six Flags in general, those three parks, getting to go to Great Escape, New England, Darien Lake. As you know, I didn't make it to Jersey if you watched my video for Fright Fest because I did not hear positive things about. I even watched YouTubers that went early. I mean, they were charging a lot of money for the haunted houses and stuff at Jersey, and that's a 3.5 hour, about 4 hour drive from my house.
Yeah.
So I would have had to stay overnight. I was just like, you know what? I want to get to Jersey and do all the coasters, and I want to ride the new Jersey Devil, that new
Yes.
type of coaster.
Yes.
I might try to go down during the Christmas season this year, but I don't know. Definitely in 2023, I'm gonna go to. I mean, I'm probably gonna not even talk about going to Fright Fest anymore. I'm just gonna go to that park because the coasters at Jersey are just phenomenal.
They are insane.
New England has great coasters as well too, but overall, Great Escape, New England, Darien Lake, great job this season. All together, just all together, great job.
So, unless there's anything else, at least summer-wise, that we want to cover, I think it
Things.
I think it's time to get to the meat and potatoes.
Fright Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about Fright Fest. All right.
So, for those who are new to both to the Nerd and Back, and if you're being awesome, and you better head on over to the J World Family, channel on YouTube, like, subscribe, do that, please, hit that notification bell because here is a brief recap for those who have come in late on how we met. So the very first year I was in a scare zone
Last year.
and you were with us. I scared the crap out of I believe it was Kyla.
Yeah.
It was
Another
Kyla.
one. Yeah.
And I had no clue that he had been like who he was. I had no clue what anything had
Just thought I
happened.
was recording my daughter.
Just yeah, exactly. I just pretty much figured at that point it was like this awesome dude is getting his daughter suffering for immortality. And boy was I right, but in a completely different way.
For all the world to see.
So one of the cool things is getting a chance to see what other people might have gotten to enjoy at our park.
Mhm.
So I, at random, just put Six Flags, Great Escape, Fright Fest, whatever year on the YouTube search, and that's how the J World family came up. So we watched it, and by the way, go back and watch those if you haven't, because we're going to be mostly talking about this year's trilogy, which is I can't wait. And please watch those because those were amazing. He rated our houses in the second video, you and Caroline, and
I rated the houses each time I came. See if
yeah.
they got better or worse.
In fact, to recap, because it's going to be part also of what we'll discuss in the next few minutes. Heidi's house got perfect score. because Nightmare in your early videos
Oh, last year's video,
got a
Nightmare
10
got
out
the
of 10.
yeah, because last year was yeah, I did though. Forgot to do 5 skull. Yeah,
No, you were trying it
I
out.
was trying it
You
out.
were
This
testing
year I was
the.
on the 5 skull thing. So yeah.
So Heidi's house got the perfect score. Hold that thought in your brain because it's going to come in handy a little bit later.
Mhm.
So now that we kind of have like the brief recap of how we met, so to speak. Now we go into this year's Fright Fest, and there are so many moments in your first video
Oh
that
yeah.
I literally have to step into the restroom sometimes because they are hilarious. I've laughed so hard, but like before we go into like details,
Yeah.
you've been now you've been to our Fright Fest multiple years.
Yep.
So
Be the third time. Third year I've done it.
my first question for you would be what even if in general, like what keeps bringing you back to enjoying our park for that particular for Fright Fest?
One, it's close. It's only 50 minutes from my house. Um, you know, uh,
That's honesty.
no, I mean, this year, I said it in my last live that I just did a couple weeks ago that my goal last year I said I wanted to do it. I didn't get to do it. My goal this year was to make sure I hit a haunt every single weekend from the end of September to the end of October.
Yeah.
And the first haunt I hit this year was Double M Haunted
Where was
Hayrides
yep.
at the last week of September because they opened a
Yeah.
week before. The next weekend, I did not hit a haunt. I was in a haunt of my own at my job,
That's
so I got to do a haunt. And then finally, the following weekend is when I finally made it to Columbus Day weekend. Is when I finally made it to
yes.
um,
Great escape.
Great Escape on Sunday. Um, and it was a good day. I went with my cousin Nikisha. I did not have the
Yeah.
family with me.
No.
Caroline
No.
was working; the kids were elsewhere. But I had my cousin with me, and I wanted to go. I was like, man, I'm already like 2 weeks late getting here, so I was like, let's do this. And we had a blast. We did not know when we first got there. We were like, all right, we might not do the houses tonight. We'll just do the scare zones. We'll do rides, have fun, have food, and that's it. Then we ran into Nancy, and then I met two new followers I did not know that were new subscribers to my channel, and that
Yep.
was Preston and Savannah,
Savannah, yeah.
who I got to meet, and then they kind of let us join them throughout the day. They were saying they were happy that I let them join me. I was it was the opposite way around. I feel like they let us join them. Um, and we had a good day. So, and then we found out they were doing the season passes for the haunted
That's
houses.
right. Yes.
So I knew I was going to make it back to Great Escape a couple times, and I was going to make sure I made it back to Great Escape a couple times. So I was like, you know what, it's well worth it. Let's just buy the season pass for the haunted houses, so I don't have to pay every time to do the haunted houses. Um, and the scare zones, I went into it knowing I'm like, all right, we know the staffing is going to be tough. Let's see how everything's going. Everybody again stepped it up. The houses were a little rough that night. A little rough. One of the houses I was really surprised. Now Heidi was not in this house that night. Nightmare that weekend, she was not in Nightmare. She
No.
was in Skull Manor. So I did Nightmare. We did Nightmare first, and
Pardon me.
the trail, the house itself, awesome. They did not have a lot of actors in there, and the house was struggling. It was still good, but it was struggling. I think it only got 3.5 stars from me,
Yeah.
3.5 skulls from me that day. I think something like that. And then we went to the back of the park where Carnival is, the haunted trail, and Skull Manor, which is the big haunted house. So we did, of course, did Carnival first because Carnival last year. I love clown houses. It's a funny thing. I like scary clowns. I don't like regular clowns. Like clowns that come to birthday from. Oh, I can't stand those clowns. But clowns in haunted houses, awesome. Big J Entertainment said we did Skull Manor. It was fun. Metal Rock said, "Did you know it's it's the town people who live near the lake who why Gertie can't get there. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll talk more about that.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
talk more about that, Metal Rocks. Definitely understand that. Um, so Carnival stepped it up this year. They added new stuff, like a lot of new decorations, which was awesome. Actor wise, they stepped it up because last year they did not have a lot of actors. They had more actors. They even tricked us because you have to walk through some of those truck bins. 3 actors were hiding in that bin in the fog and had no clue 3 people were gonna. We thought, oh, one scare actor got us, and they did. All of a sudden, we walked. My cousins in front of me walked through another one. Then we walk again, another one. Um,
Put a dog in
Carnival
your
did a
car,
really
dog in your
Carnival
car.
Carnival did a great job that first weekend. Then I go into Skull Manor, and everybody's telling me Heidi's waiting for me. So now I'm like, great.
In the video too, and this is a part.
Oh, this happened throughout the day too. Yeah.
Yeah, because part of when we because Heidi and I absolutely will rewatch this video over and over again. So you just gotten out of watching our Zombie Bash show, and this is the moment where I kind of say to myself, I'm an asshole. Um, so they just come out of there, and you gave a and by the way, huge shout out to to all of our dancers because you
Oh, they did
did
amazing.
double duty on both Zombie Bash
Yeah.
and the Liquid Lunch.
Plus being scare actors.
Yes, on top of all that.
So triple
So
duty.
triple threat.
Triple threat that day.
And so got out of there, gave it a very good rating. And that's when I stepped in and I let you know that there was somebody special in Skull Manor who had something devious for you. And I want him to just full on say his experience with this in just a minute, but I have to preface it by saying what occurred next was a year in the making. So I won't go into detail, but what got this man and who was inspired by something he let slip
In my New England
during
video, the
the
previous year.
no, it was our review video. You reviewed the houses.
Oh, right. Yep.
You reviewed the houses because you said it and Caroline was there, and she still to this day now had the biggest smirk on her face, realizing that this was planned for so long in advance. But he let slip something in that review video, and this haunt, this scare of scares, was a year in the making. So now I have to say, the floor is yours. Please tell everybody what happened.
Well, first, Sarah Suit Wizardry said yes. Clown Fam, yes. Clown Fam's great. Metal Rocks talking about the passes. Did you get Fright Fest with the highest paid? No, you had to buy your passes totally separate. Even if I had the high subscription and I had to buy the Fright passes separately. Six Flags changed a lot this year, not for the good. But yeah, so we go to Skull Manor. Now, my cousin has gotten scared multiple times in that evening because she hates spiders, and there's spiders in every single place you can think of. They're infested scare zone, spiders. Haunted houses, nightmare, spiders. Even the clown, there was, I think, a spider somewhere. So she's been getting scared all night long. I've been laughing my butt all night long. And then we go to Skull Manor. What's in Skull Manor when we first get there? Spiders. Now we get into Skull Manor, and Skull Manor is a fun house. Now, this house struggled a little bit this year because the first weekend there was not a lot of actors. Heidi was the first actor that hit us when we got in the house. Okay, and I'm like, okay, there's Heidi. And I see her smiling, and I'm like, hi Heidi. She's staying in character, and I'm like, okay, what is she gonna do? There's nothing happening. All right, gets me again in another room. Still, she gets caught. She's doing a great job running room to room, being low staffed
Yeah.
The actors in all the houses, if they had to, especially Skull Manor, kept going in secret doors to pop out multiple times. She followed us all the way through the house. Okay. It wasn't until halfway through the house, halfway, when I think, oh, it's done. I won't see Heidi anymore. So what was the plan? Okay. I'm going to make it out of here fine. No, that was not the case whatsoever. Halfway through the house, I don't remember which room. I don't remember at all. All I remember is what happened. Out of nowhere,
Oh my god.
she jumps and gets my cousin scared again, does a jump scare. And then I see her reach into her shirt pocket. And I'm like, what is she doing? And out of it comes a snake. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I ran into the next room. My cousin, I'm like, all right, we're done. We're good. We got away from her. Oh my God, snake. Nope. 2 rooms later, Heidi again. And this time she gets me with a jump and the snake just wiggling it all over the place. I took my cousin Nikisha, threw her in front of me as a shield to get into the next room. Now I'm thinking, okay, Heidi can't go much more further in this
You're
house.
in
There's other
shield.
people that got to come in this house to see her. There's no way. It's got to be over now. I'm done. I'm done. Nope, still not done. Gets me one more time. At this point, I choked my cousin with her hoodie because I aimed her so hard, I threw her right in front of her and ran right out the house. Done. So, heart was ticking. And what did Sarah originally say? I heard Skull Manor did very, very well. Very proud of everyone. Oh, yes, very proud of everyone. So, yes. Mhm.
And really, really quickly, we got a whole bunch of people rooting for you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna ask you because you know which room you got, like you first snaked him in. Um, let's see. Yep, great job, Heidi. Preston says it was a fun night. Pretty much LMAO. That's awesome. Uh, so thankful that he was there to witness that firsthand.
And here's the other thing. Not only did TJ warn me something was going to come for me, one of the scare actors who I got to know last year, he's one of the main scare actors in the main hub there. They call it the cemetery. What do they call it?
Dark Oak Cemetery.
Dark Oak Cemetery. It's in the main hub when you walk into the park. He's one of the tallest guys there. This year he played like a devil.
Uh,
Really cool costume.
it's
Amazing
yeah,
costume. And he had a different look every week, which is awesome.
very
Well, he was on my camera. He noticed me and welcomed me back, and then said, "I hope you're ready for your, whatever he said." He said the nightmare's coming for you, and I'm like, "What?" Okay, funny. I laughed. I thought it was funny. Got it on camera, um, not knowing what was coming for me. And I thought that was it. Okay, week 1, I thought week 1, okay, she got me, got through it, gave it a good score. I'm gonna come back in another week or so, do the houses again with my family. Not gonna have to worry anymore.
So we're getting ready to head into video 2 of the trilogy. But before we do, I want to hear from the woman of the hour. So
Yes.
where was the first room where you unleashed your very vicious but beautiful plan?
I was in the doll room, but then I didn't want to ruin somebody's scare.
That's right. Yep.
So
Yep.
I went into the next room, which happened to, I think, would be the bar room.
Yes, that's right. That is right.
And I was waiting for him right there in a spot where I could jump out and really hit him with it.
So, because I didn't know all of your plan, because I would have actually probably been an idiot and gave it away.
Yeah.
Just because I was proud of it. But you waited several rooms to get him. Was that the OG part of your evilness at that point?
Not
'Cause
fully.
I knew some of this going into it. I was there when you bought the snakes. But yeah, Don is saying proud of you. Um, but did you improv some of this just on the fly?
A little bit.
You
I feel like she purposely waited halfway through the house to catch me off my guard, thinking, "Okay, what is she gonna do?" And it did. I let my guard down. I totally let my guard down because I'm like, "Okay, it's good to see Heidi. She's doing some good jump scares, getting Nikisha, getting me a little bit." I was like, "All right."
Because when I first saw him,
Oh yeah, she didn't know what when I made sure nobody texted her to tell her I was coming. Yeah, in that house.
oh, Carnival, and then you said you were
Yeah,
going to
I just didn't
Skull.
tell her what time. I was hoping she wouldn't know when I went in the house. That was my plan. That was my devious plan. I told her, I said, "Oh, I'm coming to your house after Carnival." Did not tell her what time. Did not tell her, "Oh, we're next." Nope.
Nope.
She was literally in the first room and saw my face and like, shit.
Yep. Because I was trying to figure out if he went inside where they did this video. Because I was going to get him there first.
The video room, yes,
That
yes,
would
yes,
have
yes,
been
yes, yes, yes.
horrible.
And
That
I
would
was
have been
and I was gonna, after the video was
creepy
done,
enough.
when they first opened the door to go through the catacombs, or what used to be the catacombs, and I was gonna get him there first, but he threw me off, and I didn't see him until the larder room. I was sitting on the trunk.
Yep.
By the way, our buddy and uh, fellow team scare Alex, you rock. By the way, I loved team scaring with you the last couple of nights. The spiders will live on.
Yep.
So I bow to you because the video like part one of this trilogy clearly shows an incredible reaction. There was no way even me trying could have topped that night. But I do kind of want to at least a little bit toot my own horn before we move on to video
Mhm.
2. The scare that I got on Savannah,
Oh yeah.
you asked this in the video, and I can finally answer you this in person. I was genuinely gunning for Savannah.
Okay,
I had
yes.
not intended to get Nikisha as well. Because in the video, when you're talking about, okay, who was he trying to get? And that you had that I had gotten Savannah, Nikisha admitted that I got her. And I was like, oh snap, collateral damage scare. Like, I'll take it. But I was genuinely gunning for Savannah.
And you got Savannah.
Because I knew I wasn't gonna get you because you had already seen me coming.
Yeah.
You had already seen me coming. So there was no way I was getting you that night. Preston says, I got a few. Yeah, you got a few good scares on her. By a few, I mean a lot.
That you did. You got her a lot.
So you, and here's the part because we go back and we will actually rewind this moment in video one because I'm so proud of you, Heidi, for this. Is when you start giving your recollection of the chaos you endured legit, and you were saying, "Well, I gave the rating to Carnival, and Carnival did great. Now we're in a Skull Manor," and you're like, there wasn't a whole lot of actors in there, but for the few people that were in there, and then you just like with a sound that you're going to get even with this girl, you're just like Heidi.
Yep.
Oh my god, I died. The very first time we watched that, I plot because that was an amazing moment. And just to confirm, because this is on video, so you can't deny this anymore.
Right.
You got the heebie-jeebies.
Oh yeah. I was my heart, my skin, I was crawling out of my skin. Yeah, it was not good. So it was a good first night, which then led to night number 2. When I came back, I believe when did I come back? A week later?
You came back a week
A week
later.
later, I came back for second visit. Now this time with my kids,
Yes.
and my cousin and
Your
my daughter's boyfriend.
wasn't your brother-in-law there?
Yes, my brother-in-law, my sister were there. Yes, we had a big crowd that day.
Yeah, huge
Yeah, we
crowd.
had a big group. That day, we went all day, had a good time, did all the rides. Hey, Savannah, how you doing? Um, um, and then came the time for the houses and the scare zones. And the scare zones, again, amazing job. Makeup is even better. Every week, the makeup just kept getting better. Now, actors are starting to notice who I am in the scare zones. Like now, people are starting to be like, "Oh, we're hearing people talk about J World," and people are now scare actors are starting to come at my camera and make different comments, and which was awesome. It was great. So I thank all of you, and you all did a great job. The dancers, everything. Now I got told. Now I got people messing with me all day. Now I got scare actors telling, "I hope you're ready for." What I'm like, come on, that happened last week. There's no way. Okay, we're not doing this again. Um, I got told Heidi moved and back into Nightmare, which
That
I'm like, great, because the year before she got me a Nightmare, really good. Now it's next, just by herself. Um, I'm like, okay.
it was right before the butt
I got Nancy calling me out,
it
going,
was right
I
before the
hope you're
butt cheek room.
ready.
It was
I
right
hope
before
you're
yeah.
ready. I'm
She
like,
got you right before the butt cheek room.
yep, she did, right before the butt cheek room, or whatever else you want to call that room. So now I was like, okay, we're gonna save Nightmare till last. I was like, let's go do, Carnival. Let's go do Skull Manor. Um, and Carnival did good. Again, Skull Manor lacked that day. The actors were doing a good job, but that day I noticed they really did not have. I don't know if actors went on a break. I think I saw like 3 actors. I don't know what happened. So Skull Manor kind of nosedive that day. The rooms itself, amazing. When you walk through that place, the sets,
Oh
everything in that building are
yeah.
amazing. But scare wise, it kind of did a nosedive that day. Um, then we get up to Nightmare. Now this time, Heidi has a new plan. Not only is she going to get me again, she's like, well, wait a minute, Keisha hates spiders. Okay, now I know 2 people had no. I laughed so hard. If I wish I could have videotaped this. We get into the room where Heidi is, right before the butt cheek room, where you got to squeeze through the thing. I see her. I'm like, she has no snake in her hand. I'm like, all right, we're good. But all of a sudden, she pulls out a spider, gets my cousin, because I'm not going in. I'm not going in. No. I said, you got to go in the butt cheek. Go. We go in the butt cheek. I saw Heidi before we went in. They have a little walkway that goes around that room. I was like, Heidi's going to be waiting for us on the other side. She's going to be waiting for us. Hi there. She told you that morning, Savannah? Very nice. And Jessica Warrington says, I don't like spiders either. I have no problem with the spiders. My cousin stops. Like we're stuck in that squeezy thing, the butt cheek. And she's like, I'm not going. I know Heidi's waiting on the other side. I was like, I know Heidi's waiting on the other side. I'm pushing you right into her because if she pulls out what I think she's going to pull out, you're on by yourself.
Human shield.
We go through. Cousin's heads down. I look over my cousin. Here's Heidi. Snake just flinging it everywhere at me. I'm like, no! Grab my cousin as quick as possible. Threw her into Heidi again. Jetted into the next room. Heidi got us like twice. Twice followed us. Twice. Guess what Nightmare got that night? 5 skulls out of 5 skulls.
Nightmare got its perfect skull.
And they had a lot of actors in there. Chainsaw Guy. I was like, and even Keisha was laughing. We came out. We were dying because we're like, she plotted against 2 of us now. 2. What went into that plan, Heidi?
I will be able to hear this. I have to step away from the camera for just a moment. I will return, but I can hear everything. Please, yes.
Do that. Tell us, Heidi, why you decided week 2 would be fun to do this even worse.
I decided that if I was really going to get you good, I would take your shield away from you. make her run, and you'd have to face.
I remember this now. We had this conversation. So her plan was if I use a spider to get Keisha out of the way, Justin's by himself. That was the case.
Divide and conquer.
She divided us. Keisha went one way, I went the other, and then she caught back up to me and got me one more time. Plus, gets a trophy. Right there. And even the actors in the scare zones, Savannah mentioned it, Infested and the Ghost Town, and again, Dark Oak Cemetery. Chainsaw Guy really scares me, Big J Entertainment says. Yes, Chainsaw Guy does scare me a little bit too. All the actors that night were getting us left and right. I mean, Infested got my cousin so bad. And my daughter's boyfriend ran after him. They ran out. I got if you watch that video, I got blockaded by 3 or 4 actors.
You did.
It Infested. They wouldn't let me go. My little 7-year-old walks on and goes, excuse me, can you let him go? Like she gets them to back off.
Rowan
was great. Rowan took pictures with every scare. And I have to say that for all the scare actors, even in New England, I know they do this. But especially Great Escape, all the scare actors, the way you are, you have the right to scare anybody that's there, even the little children. You have signs up, warning, 5 o'clock, boom. It's no holds barred. You guys don't go out of your way to scare little kids, which is nice. But if you did, like if you came after my daughter, I would not be angry at you because I'm the one that's keeping her in the park when I know the park is supposed to be frightful. But how you guys treat them, how you guys do still try to scare, because you scared my little one. You got in her face a little bit, which is fine. Again, I'm cool with it. We have her there. She's fine. But you took pictures with all the kids, and I think that's awesome. She asked everybody, picture, and everybody took pictures with her.
So really quickly, and then I'll go into my own portion of that. Shannon, I stayed away from Ghost Town the last night till the end of the night because of how scared TJ was and scared me. Donna Vetter, you want to work with us? Okay, so
Yeah, I saw that. Donna wants to work.
This is actually a perfect moment to do this too before I go into some of the hilariousness of this. Please, by all means, if you want to be a scare actor for Fright Fest 2023, go to www.sixflagsjobs.com/Great Escape. That do so probably around September, because that's when we start doing the auditions and everything else, and hirings. And trust me, if you think what we're telling you is a lot of fun to hear, just ask like Preston, Savannah, even Donna, who's been to Fright Fest a few times. Working.
Hi there.
Oh, Gizmo really likes you.
Hello, Gizmo.
Oh,
I got a cat's tail in the face.
I'm
screaming to daddy.
Hi, buddy. So if you think it's a lot of fun hearing about all this from us, and believe us, it is. Please join us. Please. It is so much fun, whether you're working in a haunted house or whether you're working in a scare zone, or if you're lucky enough to be part of our show team. It is so much fun. Everybody has a blast with it, has a lot of smiles and everything.
Sarah Wizardry said I check around July as well for posts about Fright Fest auditions. That's when I saw it in audition.
Yeah. I even posted bits about it as we found out on my TikTok. And hold on, even not as a I guess it's okay.
You got a tail in the video.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Giz is joining the fun, and I love him for it. Even not as a scare actor, it is so much fun. I am sure it is 1,000% more fun as a scare actor. So I'm kind of going to go in reverse, but I do want to say a really fun moment in regards to Rowan was the hug she ended up giving me.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm butchered to hell.
Yeah.
Like I look like I had a face only a stepmother would love.
I don't
It
know if a stepmother would love it.
solid. Um, it was mangled, and we'll get to that because I do want to give them a shout out a little bit later.
Yeah.
But my face is butchered to the point where you probably would have thought that I got my face beaten with a shovel. And Rowan, sweetheart as she is, comes up to me and gave me a hug.
Yep.
And it is so hard sometimes to be, and I'm just gonna say it, there's a risk of swear, this occasionally can get to some mild swearing, but I can be an asshole when I'm in character. That's kind of what, we are paid to kind of be that.
Nikisha said, "Yeah, very. I don't like you very much, Heidi. Not nice."
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, not sorry. Um,
and
but
Jessica said you were a great cowboy, dead cowboy.
oh, thank you, Jessica. And Giz comes. Oh,
Is this coming back? What's up, Giz?
he really likes you. That's so. And this is the first time you've been.
Yep.
That's
My
awesome.
dog's gonna be jealous when I get home.
So it's incredibly hard in the best way possible to stay in character when a little one does have the courage to just come up and give you a hug. It doesn't happen often, obviously for reasons,
Obviously.
but when it does, it and that's something I also like I did want to hit on because you were very gracious about that. I will, and most of us are the same way. I will never gun for the little ones because at that at that point, yes, they're there, but they're not always there by choice.
Right. Right.
Sometimes,
Yep.
but not all.
Parents don't have a choice because they want to go and there's no sitter.
Correct. So I'm one of the ones, and I don't want to speak for everybody else. If you're a scare actor and you're actually watching this, please speak for yourselves. By all means. Um, I never gun for the little ones, and if they look really scared of us, I will absolutely like I put my hat on rope.
Yep. Yeah.
I will do that because we're there to target the older ones. Like we're there to target them because those are those are the more challenging scares.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that honestly Heidi, myself, and our amazing scare crew, those are the ones that we absolutely brag about. Because at that point we earned it. Case in point, you and Keisha.
Yeah.
And eventually another member of your direct family, of which I'm going to really love
Oh
when
yeah,
we
we'll get to that real quick.
Alex Wiltsey. Hey, there we go. Another scare actor. Thank you. For giving us this. With little kids, if they're super scared, I'll kneel and put my hand out for a high five or fist bump to show them it's all fake.
Sarah's wizardry also said majority of my haunt made a thing that when we saw children under like 7, 8, we wouldn't try to scare them, but went after everyone else in the group. It's very nice.
So I do because Preston is here, Heidi is here,
Yep.
and with me being here, I would like to talk a little bit about the trick or treat trail because you got to
Oh yeah, we
once
got
again
to
this year.
yeah, we got to do trick or treat trail, which was even better this year.
You got to send Rowan through.
Yep.
And this is a perfect bridge into video two. Is so the the trick or treat trail. Personally, I want to thank you because I was one small part of it. Heidi was another.
Yeah.
Preston also. Thank you for what you said about how all of us were doing, because we, I will say I'm proud of our trick or treat trailers, for the fact, and I want you,
Mhm.
if you don't mind, tell them if for because a lot of you who are tuned in have not yet watched the videos, please do so. What you what you liked, what you experienced, how Rowan enjoyed the trip.
Well, you know, I've said this last year, and I'll say it, this year. New England does one too. They do it in a very small area. And the people that are there are very sweet. The staff members they have in New England, very sweet. They only have like 5 stops though, 5, maybe 6 if you're lucky. Which is like, mm, could have some more stops.
Good. Yeah,
But they do a good job, and the staff they have in those areas in New England, like this year, are very sweet to the kids, very generous to the kids, which is great. And then Great Escape, same thing. But this year, I mean, you guys really stepped it up. Must have got a lot more high schoolers to work, because they use the whole Storytown area. You have to go up the hill, where the boot is, and then come down, and then they have it all set with hay bales to follow a
Yeah.
trail. And you hit up each one of the houses. And this year was like almost every house had somebody.
thank
So there was like,
goodness.
I think there was
Yes,
like
we did
10, 15, 10 to 12 stops.
at least.
Um,
I think I lost.
because you had like 2 workers at sometimes at the same house. And everybody was so sweet to the kids. It was good to see young people working, and to see them very friendly, very, courteous to the kids. And of course, Rowan loves, who doesn't love getting candy? Who doesn't love it? Um, she had a blast going through, and she wore, the week before, we went to New England, she wore one costume, and then we went to, Great Escape. She wore a different costume. So she was happy. So she had a blast. And my brother, it was me, her, and my brother-in-law who walked through that.
Yes.
Everybody else was still doing something else. And even my brother-in-law said it was really nice the way they set that up. So yeah, great job on that end.
And Preston, I know you're watching. I just want to bring up this was your very first year with us for the trail. Um, Heidi's done the trail a couple of times now. Heidi helped out with us last year. Um, this was my second year with the trail as well. But I couldn't do much of it, and we'll go into that in just a bit because it's part of video too. Um, but I unfortunately couldn't do a lot of it. I was there for the first maybe hour and a half that the trail was open. Um, so I just want to give full kudos to Preston and all of our amazing trick or treat trailers. Y'all did incredible, and even if you're not watching this live, when you do see this through either Justin's incredible channel on YouTube or the various Facebooks, please know you were all a huge, huge part of what made the trail great for not just him, but for me to be a part of. And Heidi, I just want to ask you to, since you're here,
Mhm.
what's your favorite part? Because this is now your second trail with us. Did you like? Did you have fun with it?
Oh yeah, I love seeing all the Lilo and Stitch and Encanto costumes.
Yes, that's a big movie this year.
Oh my God, yes.
Big movie.
And
So Preston says, makes me so happy to hear honest feedback about the trail. Shannon says, Preston and Heidi did awesome at the trail, always so polite and kind. And Preston says, thank you.
Savannah said, Fright Fest makes me happy with a lot of laughs and smiles. So thank you for that. A lot of good feedback from everybody. So we got a little more time left. We're going to get into finishing the trilogy of my visits.
So Rowan took part in the
Oh,
contest.
oh yeah, she took part in I came up with that costume that morning. I want her to be something, different. So we used her mask that she actually wore. She was a scare actor in my haunted trail at my job in a cemetery and scared the bejeebas out of people.
Rowan, you rock.
So she had this creepy baby mask that had cracks all over it and looked like blood. So I put her in that and a clown outfit, and then my Day of the Dead hat on top of that with zombie hands. And we called her Baby Zombie Jack Jack. And she wore that to the costume contest, and she's like, I hope I win. I said, well, there's gonna be a lot of good costumes. I don't know, but hopefully this costume does it. And there was a lot of good costumes.
Yeah. Oh
My
my gosh.
suggestion, and I don't know if I said my suggestion in the
You did.
video.
You did.
I don't remember. My only suggestion would be for next year is that maybe do age groups so that you can enjoy the different, because there were some big kids there I knew that were much older than 12. And that's okay. I think that's fine. Let older kids dress up and do you know, adults. I've said it in videos, like, to me, Halloween, people make such a stick out of, oh, you can only be 12 years and younger to trick or treat. Get out of here with that. It's a day, let everybody have fun and be a child. Even adults, big teenagers, you want to keep people out of trouble. Let people be fun. But no, my suggestion would be next year, like, do age groups, like from 3 to 310. Let's do like the young group, like maybe 10 to younger, and then the next group 11 to 13, and then your older teens. And then it'll be easier for you because you had a lot of kids that day. Him trying to, a lot of kids. Oh, hello, Gizmo.
Oh, I love you.
That day, hello. I'll hug you later. That day you had a lot. There had to be at least 40 kids up there.
Close. I'd say 35, close to 40.
35 to 40 kids. And, you know, one person trying to direct all those children. But you did a good job. You did a good job. It was a lot of fun.
That was my, believe it or not, for the park. That was it was terrifying. The irony, but it's because this was the first time that they gave me my own show. You know, like, I'm hosting this thing, and they were like, "Hey, we really appreciate what you've been doing on the mic for us this season. We really want you to. Would you tackle this for us? Would you be the host?" And I co-hosted Park in the Park for the puppy costumes, but this was terrifying. It was because I didn't want to, let anybody down, and I wanted to make sure it was good, very fun, hyped up show. Preston and Savannah have seen it, so they want to speak for themselves on whether or not they liked watching it as well. I would really appreciate that. Um, Rowan, the moment where she tried to scare me and
I had no idea she was going to do that.
her hat came off was adorable.
And the audience loved it. They thought it was funny.
And that's what got her in the top 3 because the audience went nuts.
Yeah.
And it was so hard to choose. Like,
there was a lot of good costumes.
There were
a lot of good costumes.
Thank goodness. Like, I had help with, like, the audience making the noise and everything, because I would have been like, "Oh, no," because now I would have to choose myself.
Yeah.
And I hate being, like, the Pontius Pilate, like the Judas, like, it's so hard. And so yes. No, no, no. So I just wanted to, preface that by saying this was the very first time for our part. So, like, I do want to give very quickly, because we do got we got some more things to go over. Thank you to the folks who asked me to do that. That was honestly huge, and I very much uh very much appreciate it. I hope anybody who came to see it, uh besides this awesome guy right here, got something out of it.
All right, so on mine, I see Jessica said, "Love the videos," and me and my cousin did the trick or treating. We both have ADHD, and we are handicapped, and it is okay if you are older and have handicap to get candy. You should be. Why not? I want to the trick or treating with my cousin. We were older, but we love. Um, Savannah said, "J. World Femi, thank you for letting me and Preston join with you this season." No, thank you. For, wanting to be part of it. Um, Jessica said you were a great host, and Savannah said, "TG, you're a very good host for the Halloween costume contest in the park."
Oh, that's right. Savannah got to be there because I was on mic with my coworker Max, and we were hosting the Oktoberfest before
Oh.
Fright Fest began.
And Shannon over here, thank you, Shannon, for liking my daughter's costume and everything. Very nice of you. Thank you.
So just wanted because that's a testament to what folks like you and Justin get to experience as guests is the things that our awesome leadership team um allow us to do to try and entertain you. Um so
Move on to this final weekend.
yeah, because I think we really covered like
Yeah, we did. We covered a lot.
the huge parts of
I will say this real quick. Let me jump, because I want to give Six Flags New England, real quick overview. They have 5 haunts in New England, 2 trails, 3 houses. If you watch my New England video again this year, there are 2 trails, amazing decorations, again lacked horribly acting wise. And it wasn't even the fact that they were short on staff. The people that were in those trails, I feel not all of them, because there was a few that were good, but they didn't put their heart and soul in it. And I know it's a hard job because I've done it. Now the houses, um, they amazing. Their awakening, I've said it. Their awakening is phenomenal at New England. I think Great Escape this year was interesting to see this. They did awakenings in 3 areas, and that just had them come out in their scare zones. I think that's cool. I'm more about the big hurrah. That's just who I am. So I will have to say the awakening goes to New England for having the better awakening. I wish I've seen old videos of Fright Fest at Great Escape, and I've seen them do amazing awakenings in the main hub and dance shows. Great Escape. Let's go. Let's bring a big awakening to Great Escape, because I think they would do amazing. You have enough scare actors, you have dancers, you could do an amazing show, just like New England. New England does an awesome job with their awakening, and that's what I was gonna say. This year, I got lucky. They did the same awakening, but I got a new view of it because I actually was close to where all the actors came right up. I was right on top. So when all these actors break off and scare the crowd, yeah, it was good. So overall, and they also, because they got rid of one of their coasters, Goliath,
oh that's
they
right.
had an huge open space that they turned into a kids fun Halloween zone where they had they had a pallet trail, and they had a corn maze, and they had crafts, and they had pumpkin painting, and Six Flags New England, great job on that. The only side note I have for Six Flags New England, one, and I've said this in previous videos, customer service. Customer service. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Customer service
Really
in New England
yeah.
is
Really all
gotta
that
get
needed to be said.
better.
Yeah.
But overall, New England, I had fun in your park this year. I came by myself beginning of the season. Was one of the best days I ever had because I got on like whatever I want. There was like no lines. Then we came during the summer with my friend Taz, who'd never been to New England before, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's right.
we're not gonna get on it barely any rides. It's summertime. Had an amazing second visit. Um, so New England, you did a great job this year. It's just the only thing of my side note, just customer service. Just work on training your people about customer service, and that's it. So good job, New England. I'm looking forward to going back next year, seeing what they have in store. Um, and again, great job at Fright Fest, because they do a great job at Fright Fest. They have more people, so they can have more houses, they can have more scare zone. Their scare zones still lacking. The one scare zone that was really cool that they had this year was their Christmas one, since Six Flags took away the holiday lights in the park there this year, they're not
Yeah.
having that.
That was a pretty neat
They
idea.
did a Christmas scare zone, and that was the cool thing this year. I was able to videotape in the houses there, which was absolutely phenomenal. Great Escape. Let me video in these houses, please. Oh my God, I was so happy I got to videotape. They just said no flash. Turn off your. I said not a problem. Let me go through and videotape, and it was awesome. But their Christmas scare zone, awesome, awesome. Good job, Christmas scare zone people. You were really cool. I'm not gonna lie, they were awesome. So New England, great job. Which now leads us to the final night of Fright Fest. Literally the final night of Fright
Yeah.
Fest.
So we're on video 3 of this seriously fun trilogy of his J-World videos. Hey, my buddy Jesse from Ghost Town, dude, another Ghost Town scare zoner. My buddy Jesse, who's one of the other cowboys with me.
Oh, okay.
So, and by the way, Jesse, shout out to you because you and I got some insanely good team scares this year. Um, so we now hearken to video 3. And in the beginning of video 3, we now come full circle with one of the things, and kudos to the videographer. We will get there. We have both made it abundantly clear that we were not going to be caught dead writing the Adirondack Outlaw.
Mm-mm.
And Nancy Lynch, if she will very much likely be watching this on both both formats, is a badass mofo and is like a ninja on this ride. So he got to be a part of a very special event for us, which is one of our cast parties, of which I won't go into details. But
That's
one
why
of
I
the
didn't show
things,
any much of it.
but what we can go into is this man making history and finally gathering up the brass size cojones to go on the Adirondack Outlaw with Caroline.
Ugh.
And
And who was the staff member that rode me? Lovely, lovely young fella.
I'm not sure who that was. I'd have to watch the video
And I feel
He was a
bad.
friend of Preston.
I
Was he a
feel
friend of-
Preston.
yeah, he was a friend
You're
of
on right
Preston's.
now. Who was the staff member? He was very friendly. Who was the staff member that rode with us? Great guy. Yeah. So first off, I'd like to say thank you to Preston and TJ, for inviting me to this.
Dylan.
That's the
Dylan
guy.
Lucia.
Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. I got invited to this special event. I was very honored to be invited. I'm not going to go into detail because it is something special for the staff, and they're allowed to invite family, and I was able to be invited,
Hey, hon.
which was very nice. But that night, Preston decided to finally ride because he was another one that would not ride the Adirondack Outlaw, but he did. So he came into the barbecue, the saloon, and Mariah Blake says hi, Mariah. Decided to ride it. So now I felt, well, shit. I have to ride. I have to ride. So I go out, get online with my wife, and I'm panicking. My heart is racing. I have a staff member in front of me talking, if you fall off, it's not like you're going to feel it. Thing's going to fling you like 1,000 feet and you're going to die. So, and I'm like, we don't need to talk about this at all. We don't need to talk about it.
I was, and again, this is me admitting.
Jessica, I did not pass out. Here's what I did to survive. Okay. This is what I did. As soon as I got on, I told that guy to push that thing as tight as possible. Okay. He did. I then held on to the bar as hard as possible.
You can hear me in the video like announcing he was purple knuckling the handle.
I then closed my eyes tightly and did not open them until we were done with one go at it.
Yeah, one revolution.
And let me tell you, that thing, it wasn't the height. I don't mind the heights. It's the fact that this thing, as you're going around, then flips the cart you're in, which also does a stall sometimes while you're upside down, which means it doesn't go fully up, doesn't fully come back around for a minute. It kind of gives you air time and you fall out of your seat. That is the worst possible feeling when you're that high up. But me keeping my eyes closed, I didn't realize how high I was, so that kind of protected me. When we finally stopped at top, which you stop at top now, and they have to unload the people downstairs and then load new people on. And now you're going to go the opposite. I had Dylan and my wife say, "Open your eyes, look at the view," and it was dark. That was the other thing; it was dark. I think that's the only other reason I went on because it was dark. I did open my eyes for about 3 to 4 seconds. Looked down, was like, "Oh, beautiful! The park looks great." Close my eyes, and now we go the opposite direction. Let me tell you, the opposite direction was worse than the first direction. Okay, but my heart was racing the entire time.
Oh, thank you, Mariah.
When we got done, I could barely let go of the bars because my hands had squeezed the bars so tight, my hands were like almost locked in place. I got off wobbly legged. Okay.
He almost fell down. Like he literally almost like dropped like a sack of hammer.
I wrote it. I've checked it off. Nancy bought me the outlaw hat. I am now an outlaw. I will not ride that again. But I can't.
Well, hold on.
We really got to decide on the God.
Hold on. By the way, Preston is instigating you, and he put a whole bunch of chickens.
Is that chicken for me or is that for TJ?
Well, hold on.
Hold on a minute.
We'll get there in just a second. I want to acknowledge the people who are commenting.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Jesse, my Scare Zone brother, says that ride is genuinely terrifying. I'm not one to be scared of heights, but I blacked out riding it that night. That's right. Jesse was there with us for the cast party.
Good for blacked out. Holy.
Kim says good evening. And Mariah, I just want to say that's awesome that you like Elvis. And I don't know if you're aware, but I am a professional 10-year running Elvis tribute artist. So that is why you see a whole bunch of the Elvis behind us. So our buddy okay, Justin, I wanted to introduce you. Our buddy Sophia was one of our entertainers for the summer.
Oh, okay.
And she was part of the dance shows with us, and she was also helping out with our buddies, the Timbertown Pals.
Preston's saying it's mostly for me because I held on and closed my eyes. Really, okay, Preston? I rode the ride, Preston.
See, that's fair.
That's not fair. I rode the ride. I shouldn't get chicken faces.
Oh, wait a minute. No, him. Oh, he's ragging on you.
Yeah, he's ragging on me.
Oh, shit balls. Okay.
Jeez.
Sophia, the Fright Fest was great this year. Now, because Val Spoonmaker said something, and I just want to state for the record, on it was your giveaway stream.
Yes,
but it was also the Q&A.
Yep.
I will stand by this, but I made a deal.
You don't have to.
I made a deal with this son of a bitch. So here's what's happening. I will gather up my own set of brass cajones, and I will ride the Adirondack Outlaw. But watch the comments, because I know you're going to be like, yeah. This is on one very huge condition. This son of a bitch rides it one more time with me. That will be the only way you will catch me going on that outlaw. It will happen if he agrees to it.
That's just jumped in. But here's the stipulation. I said, okay. I made a stipulation with one of my followers because he said, come on, ride it with me. I said I would need 8 people. 8 people to ride it the same day.
So
we are already at.
Wow.
Well, I'm 1 because I would take up 1 seat. Yep. So now I have you, that's 2. My cousin's 3. That guy's 4. I know somebody else said, so I'm up to 5.
So Sophia just trash talked me in the best way possible, but she just said, if she can do it, I can do it.
But here's the deal. I don't want to do it while it's daylight.
Neither do I.
I want to do it when it's dark.
No. This is.
I want to do it during the day.
That's why I agreed to his stipulation.
Oh, I'm scary.
This will be a big monument because I do not want to ride this thing again. I really don't. You don't understand.
Jesse's jumping in with us.
Oh, jeez.
Dude,
Hopefully.
it's gonna happen.
It's probably going to happen late in the season when we go at night or something. I have no idea, but I am. Yeah, all right. But I did. We wrote it, so we'll.
Oh shit. Shannon's hubby. She's getting us number 6.
No, don't get number 6.
Her hubby Steven is going to with us.
All right, we don't need to get 6. We can stop right there. All right.
Preston's saying there's a dude. They're determined to make this happen. They're determined to make this happen.
And we'll videotape. This will be a big day. We're gonna get this thing going around. I'll set up a stand. This will be a huge thing.
Heidi will record because she recorded this one.
She did record it, but we will get this thing watching us going all the way around, watching him scream.
Donna Mentor's it. Oh man,
We're at 8.
We got
Son
full.
of a- God. Dang it. Well, we'll let you guys know when this day is going to happen.
Yes.
We will plan this. It'll be a big day for the J-World family to nerd and back again. It's going to be a big day.
So
moving on from that.
She says, I'll visit just to do it.
Okay, Sophia.
Sophia, you are a rock star. Big hugs the next time I see you.
Mariah over here says she likes to scream with the demon in the comment. Mariah, I love that ride. Jessica, do you really not like it, TJ? Yeah, he does not like it. I don't like it.
I legit said on the video, on the earlier video, I was saying I would refuse. I would not be caught dead, undead, or alive. So
I said they would have had to pay me a lot of money. And I did it for free.
You did it for free. So because this incredible human being got the set of cojones to go ahead and do it, I
should make one more stipulation. I should make one more stipulation. I should make one more stipulation to add to this.
Hold on. I will hear the stipulation. The agreement doesn't have to enter into play.
It doesn't have to enter into play.
What is the stipulation?
So I'm really trying to grow my subscriptions and my followers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at 250. I said I would like to get to 300 by Christmas. Okay. I would love to be up God knows where by summer. But I would like for me to do this any point during the season. Get up to at least 500 subscribers.
Honey.
I'd like to get up to 500 subscribers this season coming up. Or more. If I get up to like thousands, that'd be, of course, great. But I'm setting my goals smaller at a slower pace. So 500 subscribers. That's 250 more subscribers we need.
See, I'm not agreeing to that.
Why not?
Only because it could very well happen.
Everybody tell their friends and family.
I think I've subscribed. If not, I'll do it after this is.
See, look at people's already started. So there we go. Let's go.
You know what? Just because of the fact that it could very well give me a bit more time to process how I'm going to survive this ride, I agree to the stipulation.
So it's 8 of us, which we have. I'm riding because TJ wants me to. We need to get minimally to 500 subscribers at some point during the 2023 season, and then that day will happen. Let's do it.
But
the J-World family.
He was a rock star. He made history. So now to return us back to the park.
Oh yeah.
Because this time you brought someone interesting.
I did.
With you for this final video.
I did.
And this final night.
So we're going to make this fast because we know we've already been going for an hour and a half. Thank you guys for being on with us. We'll try to get this done in very quick pace time. So my final visit, final night, which was awesome. To go the final night, I was so happy that I got to go the final night. And I brought a special guest with me who I didn't got to see much during the month of October, for a bit. My mom came for a visit, who is not big into scary things. She likes Halloween. She loves what I do. She's been part of my years of being part of Halloween and watched me grow up. She knew as a kid, I hated Halloween. As a little kid, I did not like Halloween. I was terrified. As I've gotten older, it kind of, transformed. I am an October baby. So, I was born in October. So as well, it should transform. So I got my mom to go. And I even got her on some rides that she hasn't ridden. She did ride.
That was cool.
She did ride Sasquatch before the drop tower side. Well, this time I got her on because I'm not doing it. I said launch side's easier than the drop side. Got her on that. Got her on the Comet. Whoo, you should have seen her face the whole time. She's like, ah, but she had a blast. She got upset. It was fun. And my mom's up there. She's in her late 60s.
Yeah.
And this was like a nice retirement gift. She just retired 2 days prior.
She can't say hi on the video, but Nancy just confirmed she is watching.
Oh, good job, Nancy. My mom had just retired on Friday from her job, being there 30 plus years. So this is kind of my way of celebrating my mom and stuff like that. I mean, we're of course going to do something nice for her later this year.
Oh, hey, one of our another buddy from the trail just tuned in. Also, oddly enough, named Savannah.
Oh, Savannah T. Hello.
I do remember you.
Nice to have you here. So now came nightfall. Now all the scare actors know who I am. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere they saw me, if anybody saw me with my camera up, they came for me. They did some fun stuff, really cool things with my camera, said a lot of fun things. It made the night really magical. My mom, thank you, every one of you, that got my mother. TJ being one of them, multiple times. I don't know the guy's name that dressed in the like jumpsuit with the shovel. I don't know his name. He got my mom. George. My man that played. We might have lost that. We'll keep going on this side.
We got it back.
My man that played the demon, the head of the cemetery. He got my mom multiple times. Huddy got my mom in the house. All the scare actors got my mom pretty good in the houses, and she was hilarious. I wish you could have seen her voices in the house. Absolutely hilarious. But in the scare zone, she had a blast. Her reactions to you guys was absolutely made my night. It like finished my birthday month perfectly. It made, and she even said after we left, she had an amazing time. It was nice that she got to spend it with me, and just me and her, because we don't get a lot of that, just me and her. And what a way to end the Fright season.
For my part, and then I want to make sure because Heidi, you've got some awesome memories of the final night too. In regards to your mother,
What the hell is that?
we got a bot. It's a bot.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna like. I'm not even
not
gonna
acknowledge
acknowledge it.
that. Yeah.
So your mother was an absolute great sport. She was hilarious with her reactions. Like I love the fact that she whenever I would repeatedly get her,
Oh my God. Yeah.
she would just start shouting, "Would you stop doing that?" And you could tell she was trying to keep a filter, but there were a couple of times where I think she was going to drop a bomb or two because like we were all getting her so
Oh yeah.
good.
You guys did an amazing job.
And you were just plotzing. Like you were laughing to the point where Tim Curry was actually probably going to respect you. Like, and that just egged all of us on
Mhm.
in the most amazing way possible. But I will say one of the very special memories, and I'm so glad that you got it, was when I actually did something I really have only I only do for the little kids, but I put my hat on your mother.
Oh yeah, you did. You did put your hat on my mom and took a
And,
picture.
like,
Yes. And
because
she loved that.
she was
loved
such
that.
a great sport, like, I wanted to just show her, "Hey, like, thank you, not just, thank you for being here, but thank you for enduring all this with us." And she's a sweetheart. I cannot wait to hopefully see her, again. Um, but I do wanna very briefly gloss over because the one thing we have not yet talked about, a very quick rewind, is I finally got you.
Yes, you did. You caught me off guard. You finally got it.
I
You tried all season.
Yes!
all season.
So this is my moment. Like I have to, because the first time I couldn't get you for crap.
I watched you everywhere you moved.
You were like eyeing me like freaking white on rice. Like
Mhm.
you were just like wise on you.
Mhm.
You didn't trust a lick of
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
That entire zone. That was the smartest thing you could have done. Now, here's the best moment. And I'm so grateful for this. So you were in the queue line
Mhm.
for Nightmare.
Yep.
You were in the queue
Yep.
line for Nightmare on the second on your second video, the second night. And you were talking and you were just like completely off in your own little world. You were like you had thought I was like all the way over.
It was because
like,
one of the scare actors, the dancer, the one with the long hair,
Yeah. Tiffany.
Tiffany, came over and said, J World's here, and ran into the house to tell every single actor, screamed my J World's here. So my attention now is on like, oh, don't tell everybody. Don't do that. And then
So then you were talking to Nikisha and everybody. You were distracted. You had a couple of extra people in the group, but it wasn't like everybody.
oh no, Keisha wasn't there that night.
No, it wasn't. No,
No, it was just new
Nikisha.
people.
No, it was
just new people.
No, that's right. No, Nikisha wasn't there the second night. She was there. It was, but you were distracted,
Yep.
and I was like, "It's all or freaking nothing." So I cleared some serious freaking distance because you were right in a way because you had thought I was like all
Oh
the way
yeah.
down at the other end
Yeah.
of Ghost Town, and I was like, "Oh no, I will book the hell across Ghost Town to get this." So I cleared some serious distance, snuck up behind him, and I believe you screamed bloody murder when I got you.
I think I swore.
You did.
I swore.
You dropped some bombs.
I dropped a bomb there. And I even said, good job. You got me after. I said, you finally got me.
Victory was finally
He
mine.
caught me off guard. That's what he's waiting for.
So, final night. Hun, because I could hear from outside. 'Cause I was more hovering for the first portion of it towards like the queue line for Nightmare, but I could hear from outside some of your insanely wicked stuff. So, did you get both of them? Because I don't believe I asked you this.
I think I did at the end of the butt cheek.
Yes. You got my mom really. You got my mom
'Cause
really good.
I got you guys on the way in
Yep.
there,
Yep.
and you're like, "Don't piss her off! Don't piss her off, mom! Mom, don't piss her off!"
Kim says stepdaughter's birthday is Halloween.
Happy belated birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Preston, he unfortunately dropped his fair share of bombs in the houses. Oh, no kidding. Shannon did as well. Preston admits, yep, from mostly one actor, Heidi Mae Green. Preston also says Tiffany had hands down had to be one of the best ghoul characters. I absolutely will agree with that.
Yeah, Tiffany did an amazing job.
So your scare was at the end of Butt Cheek Room.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I had gotten them on the way in,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then I'm pounding on the walls, going, "I'm gonna get you, Justin! I'm waiting for you! I'm ready for you!" And I'm at the end,
Psychotic in the best
and
way
they come
possible.
out, and she's like, "You're ready for me?" She just looks at me like, "You're ready for me?"
Yeah, my mom.
Your mother was giddy.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna get your son."
Yeah, she was funny. She was funny. No snake this time though. I got away. No snake.
Wicked.
She didn't have her snake with her.
But I had the spider.
You did
got
have the spider, which was cool.
pass. Yeah.
She got a free pass tonight, but no, Heidi did an amazing job, as always.
Oh my gosh. And but you're now because I we got this one that I do want to bring up, and then the events of the final 2 nights, because I do want to kind of combine them because you got to witness this,
Mhm.
is um one of your suggestions, oddly enough, in a way, came to pass, and it involves the train.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. The train. Yes. Yes. So I have been suggesting that this train ride, they have a train. If you've not been to Great Escape, if you have, there's a train. It closes at 5 for Fright Fest. But I have said, turn this train into a scary train in the one section in the back, even along the thing. Well, the scare actors that are in Carnival and in Skull Manor were dressed by like 4 o'clock. If you rode that around 3:30 to 4:30,
Yeah. Yeah.
they were standing in this roundabout and they were so creepy because the first time we noticed it was the week my second visit there, and my brother goes, "Dude, those are really cool statues," because some of them did not move. But then all of a sudden they move. I said, "Dude, those are real people." He's like, "What? Hold on," and I didn't get it on camera. So my last week there, I was like, I knew what time to get to the train. I was like, "Mom, we got to get to the train." Why? You'll find out.
Yes.
Got on the train, rode the train, videotaped it. All the actors were there. Amazing. I don't know if one of the man, I don't know, probably not. Just coincidence that it happened that you guys did it this year. But turn that into a ghost train at night.
By the way, huge shout out to our Skull Manor
Oh my God, yeah,
team,
awesome.
because Skull Manor team was actually, I identified them in the video. It was them that was
Yeah,
waiting at the trail for you
they did an
guys.
awesome job.
Um,
Creepy.
so that was very cool. Savannah says, I used to tell TJ to stay there or stop it.
She drops some
Um,
bombs and goes down the haunted
uh,
house.
Jessica Warrington says, "Hi Heidi, you and TJ were good scary actors." Oh, thank you,
I know I
Jessica.
saw it in your face when you got off the train the last day after asking me when I see them. Seen them.
Oh, that's right, because you, uh, no, wait a minute. Huh? Um, not sure.
Was it
She
me?
might,
I
yeah.
don't know. I guess maybe I
When
said something. I don't know.
it was pretty chaotic, so you very well might have.
Probably.
Preston says, I definitely remember seeing Meow Meow, our legendary Meow Meow.
But I
Okay.
thought that was a great addition this year. Doing that, even for that, whatever how long they're out there, if it was for an hour, 45 minutes, that was an awesome addition. And I think it should be a permanent addition at night.
Sarah Rock, yet another one of our scare actors. Awesome. I'm glad you all are tuning in with us. One thing for sure, don't drop your phone in the haunt while scaring. Might get it close to being stolen. That's kind
Probably.
of solid advice.
Probably.
Um, so we got one final
Thing to talk
moment,
about.
and then we'll close out. Guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you for being with us
continuing.
for so long. We said 1 hour.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I think they're actually like they're digging it.
Yeah, you are.
Um, so one of the cool things that got to happen during the last weekend of Fright Fest is around 7:30 on the final night, but it was like around like 8:30, 8:45. Oh, no. She heard it in the video.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
All right.
okay,
That
okay.
makes sense.
So one of the cool things that came around closer towards the end of the night was around the 15-minute till mark. The scare zones
Combine.
converged and they all descended on Dark Oak Cemetery. Now, the final night in the final video, you got to experience that. And I have to say, first off, to toot your horn, you got great footage.
It was awesome. I,
Like,
I that was an awesome
so,
thing. We gave up riding Sasquatch at night to do this because I remembered when we got done with the haunted houses, nobody was infested. I was like, oh, right. They said all the actors are going to go. So on the way back, I was like, Mom, we're not going to do Sasquatch. They're doing a whole special thing with all the actors up in the scare zone. Let's just go up there and enjoy the scare zone for the last 15 minutes. She goes, not a problem. We'll come back next year and do Sasquatch. Not a problem. I just really wanted her to ride it at night because it's Sasquatch at night. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But I said next year. We'll do it next year. But once we got up there, it was awesome chaos, but controlled chaos. And it was so much fun seeing all the actors do all kinds of different things, really being in character. I was able to get I think every single scare actor that was up there on camera, because I made sure I wanted to get every single scare actor that was up there on camera doing their thing. Got a lot of different things set on camera by the scare actors or done on the camera, and I made it just made me laugh. My mom, if you watch the video, my mom got a couple scares from him, from a couple of the other people. Nancy was dying watching that happen.
She was plotting.
Oh my god, she kept calling him over to scare my mother.
She was an instigator. I
Oh,
was surprised on that.
Yeah, she was
Nancy
definitely
was a
instigating.
beast.
And three of the coolest things. Everybody did an amazing job, but three of the coolest things happened, and I put these in the video. I made sure I edited it and put all three of these things in the video. One, towards the end of the video, TJ makes a comment about, Fright Fest to me. It was a real cool comment. So I put that to end the area, which then led to just one little closing of my video. Then my man, the head of, seems like he was the head character of Fright
I will
Fest.
say, and I feel bad for not saying this before, but that's our buddy Tom Ruffing.
Yeah, Tom Ruffing. He seems to be that character. He sent, uh, Universal does. They always have their legends. Whoever becomes their scare legend, like that's their character of the season. I think Six Flags Great Escape, Six Flags in general should do this, but Great Escape, you should just do without it. Create a legend every year, so you have like these legends that get built, like these characters that we might see back from time to time. And Tom Ruffing's character was the leader. He was the I watched him even at the end when everybody was supposed to leave. He was pointing at every single one of you to leave. Um, he did something on the camera to end it. Every visit I had, he did something on my camera and said something, and was awesome. One person I was not expecting to do something.
Yes. Oh my god.
One person, and first I didn't get it on camera. She redid it for me because she caught me off guard with it. If I would have known she was going to do it, I would have, camera up. I had at this point put my camera down for a minute because we were just watching somebody walk away. And Tiffany, who played one of the vampires,
yes,
who did a phenomenal job. If you watch her in the video, she has the long hair. She so into her character. Every actor did made, but Tiffany, 5 skulls for you, Tiffany. 5 skulls out of 5. She all of a sudden turns around, sees me flip around, and goes, "Nighty night, J World," and does her thing, and then walks away. And I ended my video, my slideshow at the end with her because I thought, what a way to end my Halloween season videos with this girl basically telling me nighty night and telling my channel nighty night one last time. I thought, what a way to end the video. So thank you. My videos would not be where they're at this point if it wasn't for you guys at the parks, really accepting me now, and especially now with Fright Fest and how overcome of you all coming at me and in the camera. Like, I can't thank you guys enough for your guys' support and everything. So you literally, my mom on the way out, we were talking, we walked out with Savannah, we walked out with Preston, and it just ended the night really nice. We took a picture and really ended the season. That's probably one of my favorite. Thank you, Preston. Mariah says, "How you guys doing?" We're doing great. So I just want to say, as a whole, I did not plan on doing a trilogy. When I went back that day, for that visit, I said I would not.
Trilogy.
I was not going to really film much, but then and I still didn't really film that much. I didn't film a lot.
Oh, but what you did get,
but what I got, I was so happy with it. My mom loves being on the video. She messed up my name at one point, but
the Big J World.
Big J World. Because back when I was younger, I did get called Big J, which was funny to throw in the video. Your mom messing up your video name. But with my mom and having her, and you can see her on the videos how much she likes being part of it. It became a trilogy. And what a trilogy it was.
And
for the 2022 season.
just because and this is perfect because this leads into how I really wanted to close, you know, this is just by saying, first off, like, from several other people who could not watch tonight and knew that I was gonna be doing this, they have enjoyed stumbling across your videos now because y and I'm not even gonna try to even claim any large part of this. Heidi was part of it. I was, uh, Tom Ruffing, and everybody else who were together actors from our previous year who thankfully stumbled on these videos. They now love when you come into our park because you just have this fun, and you have been fair. You've been very great, objective but gracious, very encouraging, and that kind of upped the ante. And what I want you to say, because I know you've really had an effect by this as well, a positive one.
Mhm.
And when I first saw that video, and I did want to say this because it comes full circle. I never once expected to be caught dead. Yes, pun intended. Ha!
Pun
Um,
intended.
I never expected to be caught dead in anything like that because YouTubers are incredible, but sometimes it's like things are so fast and like you said, chaotic. And so when I saw that, and it was nice to see and eventually hear that you had such a good experience with us. It definitely made it definitely made my year. And then finally getting a chance to be friends with you, and through this now becoming co-hosts of this vidcast, of which we're so grateful. Everybody, my God, this has probably gotten the most views and interaction that we've had in a vidcast in a while. Um, but I do want to say for my personal thing, you never had to include me in any of these videos. No, in also our Scare family and the Trick or Treat family, and our incredible departments. Shout out to all of you guys. Just because I don't list you doesn't leave you out because I just in general the entirety of the park. Um, you are a very fun person that we all look forward to seeing because you and like Nancy and so many others are why Heidi and I and like Preston and all of our scare actors who tune in tonight and the amazing guests, that is why we do what we do. And the fact that also we in whatever small way get to help you live out this, the J World family has amazing videos, and please, I won't list them all, but go and see them. It's not just us, but it does chronicle his 2022 journey and others, please. Um, you that is what energizes us. So we're just very happy that you get to experience all these things, and we just hope that we can keep being that for you.
Most definitely. Most definitely. For me, it's crazy. I said this in when I did my drawing video, my live video about a week and a half ago. Um, I'm nobody special. I don't have thousands and thousands of subscribers yet. I don't have, you know, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not making any money off this YouTube, channel yet or anything like that. I'm having fun doing it. Everything I do, I want this to, I'm having fun with it now, and I hope it continues to grow. And like I said, as I said a few minutes ago, I can't thank you guys enough this season because the you guys have been very supportive. A lot of the staff members from the park, um, and it's not if you don't have supporters like yourself that support the channel and like the videos, you're dead in the water, you know. So I thank you. I thank everybody that's watching tonight. I thank people that are joining and subscribing, and Heidi for scaring me all Halloween season. Um,
Yes, Heidi. Um,
Yeah.
what would you like to say? I mean, because this trilogy, you absolutely got featured quite heavily in more epic moments than I got. So please, what would you
Ooh,
like to
Savannah.
say?
Oh, go ahead. Savannah asked the question. I gotta answer.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jessica asked what I got to answer to.
just I enjoy it. I enjoy bringing the frights and making people signal 40V and
For those not in the know, a signal
pee and
for
shit your pants.
yeah, a signal 40V means somebody tossed some cookies.
Pause.
Um, yes, that is the northern exit, and there was most certainly no waiting. Um, so I just want to say that um, it it is a blessing because you and your entire family invited Heidi and I to be part of that, and you've shared your experiences with people who like Preston and Savannah who got to join in, and you featured Nancy as well,
Mhm.
and she's been been very grateful. Um, we just want to thank you for continuing to choose to let us be part of the J World family in any way, shape, or form. And to get to see how you in like have fun. And so we got one more thing for the close because this guy right here made one more statement, and I would really like to see you go ahead with it.
Oh, I know what statement you're talking about.
Then please.
About the possibility of me becoming a scare actor
Yes,
next year.
joining our family.
I have some family. My cousins, I think, gonna apply next year to be a scare actor. Some other family of mine thinking about it. I do miss doing it. Because I did it for 6 years in campground I worked at when I was younger. I built the haunted houses, and then I was a scare actor as my baby. I This year I got to do it at my new resort that I work at, and did a whole haunted trail, and was a scary butcher that murdered a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
You can watch that in the video a little bit. Um, so I did make a comment on the last video.
Did
There is a possibility. Don't know yet, because there's a give and take on this. If I were to apply and become a scare actor next season, that means you get no videos of Fright Fest because I'll be in Fright Fest. Um, so it's a give and take. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I don't
well,
know. I don't know. We'll maybe you know what even be cooler. I saw this once. Another person got to do this at a different park, not Six Flags. It was one of my YouTubers I watched down south. He got invited to be a scare actor for one night. I'd even be down for doing that. Being a scare actor for one night, just to be a scare actor with everybody and get to experience what you guys experience in the park. Um, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what 2023 has in store. Whether I am, whether I'm not, I'm still going to bring you content, still going to bring you videos. Um, we're still going to bring you podcasts. And tonight, I'm going to say this bottom of my heart. Thank you, everybody that watched tonight for this long 2-hour program.
Yes.
We did not plan on going this long, but you guys stuck around. Thank you so much for all your comments and love. And
Should we answer our one last questions? Because we did get one apiece.
we did we did get one apiece. Go ahead. You go ahead.
So Jessica Warrington, and Mariah wants, can I do something with Elvis? Well, I'll try to combine very, very quickly, I promise you. But am I working next year, Jessica Warrington? The answer to that is most certainly yes, until my body freaking can't do it anymore. I will be there. It is an amazing feeling being a part of the Six Flags Great Escape Entertainment family throughout the entire season. I have no intention of giving that up and stopping anytime soon. Mariah, I'd love to answer your question. I just need to kind of know, do you mean it in regards to Great Escape or this vidcast? Um, so I don't wanna cheat you from an answer because I just want to make sure what you're specifying.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Preston just said, I just want to say thank you so much for letting us join you, Justin, during visits. It was so much fun. I can't wait till next season so we can see you and Nancy, Heidi, and TJ. It was a great season. It was my first time really meeting TJ too pretty much. I seriously cannot wait till next season and that work for all of them again. I wish I could be a scare actor for next year, reconsidering my future plans. I'm not 100% sure on how hot the chances will be. It actually happened, but and then Savannah asked part of Jessica's question. This is actually for you because I thought I read something different, but I think it's for you.
Oh,
How likely would you recommend working for Fright Fest? Because I was thinking about it, or working in entertainment.
okay. So, um, wow,
I
that's
think that's a high recommendation. I think she should.
so this one's got me stumped because nobody's actually asked me that before. Um, Honestly, it is a lot of fun for Fright Fest specifically. Um, Justin can say his perspective on this because he's a guest, so it helps to have that. From the entertainment standpoint, me being a one of the members of it, I don't want to say the main member. I'm one part of a team. Um, it is a lot of fun. We get our Timbertown buddies, Spruce, Oakley, Sheldon, Frankie, um, Rocky, a whole bunch of really awesome pals to get to fool around with up in Timbertown. We got the dance shows when we get a chance to do those for during the summer, where myself and several of the others come out. We have so many incredible things. We have the Oktoberfest stuff, which was pretty cool that we got a chance to do that this season.
Mhm.
Huge shout out to the park for that because those of us in entertainment were dressed up in lederhosen. Oh yes, myself included. There are pictures, and uh, we got to have fun. Myself and my buddy Max were on the mic for that. Savannah, you were there. So honestly, I would say for Fright Fest, it's really all dependent on your scare tolerance because I know you're a sweetheart, but you're an easy scare. One of the best. I have so much fun getting you. But if you are one that gets very nervous, very overwhelmed,
Mm.
very, very easily or very quick, I have to be honest with you. I would probably say know your limits and then make your choice.
A lot of stamina.
Yes, and that's just completely being fair. And I I think I want Heidi to pitch in too because she's a member of our Fright Fest team, and she also, if it's all right for me to say, she suffers from asthma.
Yep.
So that takes into account a lot of things that you do for Fright Fest. Would I recommend it? In a pig's freaking heartbeat. Pig's heartbeat. start with us if you can, audition at the beginning of the summer, or just if you want, join us for Fright Fest. I would absolutely recommend it within a pig's second. But that's me. Um,
Yeah, I think either one. It's just your passion.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about it, do it. That's all that matters. You gotta just have the passion for it. If you have a passion for want to just be part entertainment, and this is just in general because of what I do now at my job. I work at a resort, um, uh, RV resort, and I'm the activities director, and I have to be out in front of people all day long. And I do all the I do game shows. I do live. I'm on the mic. I'm DJing. I'm emceeing. I'm all that. Um, it's you have a passion for it, do it. So either one, and it's fun. It's fun. Real quick, I
please.
just Ashley Amzy said thank you so much for your videos. Ashley, thank you so much for your support. Jessica said we love you guys. So again, thank you everybody for all your comments. This has been a year in the making of him seeing my first Fright Fest video, us finally talking, us doing a podcast, and just a few days over a year later, because we said early in the in the
Just a little bit
podcast,
over a year.
our anniversary of starting talking together and doing podcasts started a year ago this past Monday, and here we are a year later, friends. And now we're doing this, and this is probably going to grow even bigger. And so we thank you guys for sticking around
Yes.
all this time. Again, I thank you guys for all the support, all the love that you're giving my channel and people that you may bring. Real quick, I want to add, and then he'll close it out, and we're done. I am doing a drawing. I did one for Fright Fest.
Yes, you did.
For my channel. I'm going to do another drawing at the end of the year. So I'm gonna do a little Christmas drawing from the J World family. I want to get to 300 subscribers by New Year's Eve. 300 subscribers. I'm 50 subscribers away, 50 followers away. Let's get to 300 by Christmas Eve. Even if we don't, I will still do a drawing. But my goal, this would make it so much more special. Let's get to 300, and there'll be a gift from the J World family. Plus, I'm gonna start working on it this week. There will be a J World family little shopping line of t-shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts coming very, very soon. So pay attention to that. And with that being said, I know this week coming up is Thanksgiving. So I want to wish you all blessed and happy Thanksgiving with your families. Be safe, travel safe. And this closes out the Halloween season. It's over. Scare season of 2022 over. And we love you. Thank you so very much from the J World family. Um, you got anything else you want to say?
Yes, and I want both of us to be able to, uh, really quickly, some of the things that are coming up. Um, so other than the to the nerd and back, I do stream on Twitch as a video gamer, but I also do some of my Elvis on my Twitch as part of the redeem. We are in the middle of our substantive push. We just reached our milestone of 507 followers for the channel.
Awesome.
We are looking to do 100 subs, and right now the vote has me doing a full gaming stream in Elvis gear on my Discord. So it's gonna
That would
be
be
a
fun.
full Elvis costume stream, 2 hours playing whatever game I choose because I did not. But that we're looking to hopefully get that going. Appreciate everybody for that. Elvis wise, I am not doing any heavy duty shows at the current moment. I am going to be in the audience this Saturday for a friend's show. His name is Drew Polson and my buddy Mark Gagnon, who does Johnny Cash. I will sing the song at the event, but I'm not being, featured, paid to do this show. I'm just there to support my friends. I will let everybody know on my Facebook and others, especially if they would like to know that. Um, Other than that, I do have a TikTok. I unfortunately probably now kind of similar to Justin. Um, I'm not gonna be able to put a lot of content on there because I do not right now work for the entertainment department at the lodge. So, oh, she's wondering right now if I can do something to Elvis. If if everybody here and Justin will, it will only be a few bars, but I can do an Elvis song a cappella. But um but I do have that TikTok, and I do put content on there. I don't do any of the trends or anything else like that's the one thing we forgot to talk about too.
Mhm.
Was it kind of the one negative about is the scare actors getting assaulted
Uh,
by TikTokers.
we'll let that go for now.
Yeah, that'll be a topic for another show. But it was there. So please check those out. Um, please, if you would like, check out Heidi. She's on Facebook, Heidi Mae Green. If you'd like to get in touch with her, converse with her, and talk about her Fright Fest experience, I'm sure she would love to tell her stories. Um, and really quickly, Justin, your stuff
Like
for like YouTube, social
I
media.
said, what I got coming up, the drawing. Also, Christmas videos are coming. We've got some places. We're gonna be going to the city with the family. So I'm gonna videotape that. That's gonna be vlogged. I got a Christmas thing I might be going to on Tuesday, so I might be vlogging that. Some Christmas lands for families. One that's out in Rotterdam. I took my daughter to it last year. It was in Latham, but they're moving it to Rotterdam this year. So I'll take you that to let you guys know information about that. And there's places where I'm originally from down the Hudson Valley that we're gonna go. So Christmas, I'm gonna try to stay busy and try to give you guys content after Christmas. It's gonna be a problem because it's winter time and I gotta figure out what I'll have stuff though. We have a plan. We would love to go to the Dream Mall down in the Meadowlands, which is the new big mall that has the theme park. And of course, at some point, I will be visiting Great Escape Lodge where Heidi's at. So we'll be vlogging that, giving you a tour of the resort. Um, and with that being said, Preston, great idea. I will definitely think of those things when I'm making the J World shop. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next episode of the J World family and to the Nerd and Back.
All right.
And remember, you're always family with the J World family. TJ, end
Yes,
it.
because I did promise a few bars for Mariah. So we're gonna do a special taste of Christmas treat because I know the perfect Elvis Christmas song.
I'm gonna sit here and
Okay.
listen. Mm.
I don't need a lot of presents to make my Christmas bright. I just need my baby's arms wound up around me tight. Oh, Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me. That's for you. So please check out to the Nerd and Back, our page on Facebook. We will post updates on shows there. My own personal Facebook. Justin will also make announcements. Huge shout out to our Six Flags Great Escape fan group who tuned in, our scare actors, everybody for tuning in. Y'all are the reason why we keep doing this. Thank you so much, and enjoy your uh, happy holidays. And for both of your sakes, I'm just gonna say, come out and have a happy Fright Fest, J World.
Happy
We'll see you
Thanksgiving,
soon.
everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye. And